Jenk. WAFU.
NCRA, Nocera, and Energic signed Form 50/50
EMNZ.
joint venture to acquire and consolidate the mission critical energy supply chain serving AI data centers. That's the November Charlie Romeo Alpha, NCRA. YDES, YD Bio, which is a physician partnership initiative in Taiwan, announcing 2 nutraceutical products in collaboration with Taiwan Chronic Disease Healthcare Association. That's Yankee Delta Echo Sandy. IXHL, Inconex receives additional $5.1 million Australian dollar R&D tax incentive refund. India X-Ray Hotel Lima.
ACHR. FRTT. PUSA, ACRV. ZCMT. GYGY, EXYN.
JOBY, Joby Aviation, to scale defense business through acquisition of Resonance Sciences, Juliet Oscar Bravo Yankee.
NetG. GYGY. SCKT. LIF. OGI. Joby. FRTT. FRTT.
CMND, Clear Mind Medicine,
CMND.
announcing permeation results for intranasal MEAI formulation, supporting enhanced nasal retention without compromising drug delivery. Charlie Mike November Delta, CMND.
UMC. CRBG, GCTS VIVK. STM. RXT, GYGY. PRSO. EQH Fa GLXY ASML STIM GLE Aaron WAFU GLE STIM DSX JSPR PUK BMNT STIM Tyra TMC MREO PLAG HWH ASX NVDL GLE TME FRTT LRHC MVLL GLND SMCL VMAR Heirs PLAG PIII CMND ENA ABTC. RKTO. KLXE, RKTO, RGNX, GYGY. Sale. VSNT. GCTS. HRB. NVDS. ASTS. NVD. ASML. CRWG. ACIU, NYXR, SOXS, SOXL, AIRS, DLLL, ON, URG, MSTX, XHLD. BRCC, Dell, EXYN, STM, HYFM, ASTC, NCLD, XHLD, BTDR, CCHH, UAA, VTAK, BMNG, BATL, ASTC, NVDL, NVDU, NEXR, ONON, LRCX, MRAS, VTAK, VTAK. HYLN. KLAC. NRGV. MRAM. MREO. PLAG. EXYN. VTAK. Lee. ABSI. WIFI. CIFG. Fuse. ASML. WBUY. Airs. MGIH. IREC. TME. NBIS. PIII.
VTAK, penny stock spiking here, Victor Tango Alpha Kilo.
WAFU. ADER. TPST.
Announced partnership with
MB.
Nucleus Network for inaugural flagship founder and investor event. That's Victor Tango Alpha Kilo.
NBIJ. U. NVD. EQH. STM. MVLL. GMEX. XHLD. SOXL. AMPX. IRE. SOXS. EXYN. MRM. UMC. NVTS. CRWG. BATL. RHP, EYPT. Jank. PRSO.
Benzinga market update. S&P futures up 12.25. The Dow futures up 36. Nasdaq is up 97. Crude up 39 cents, 82.54. Gold is up 29.50, 44.49.30. Bitcoin futures up 340 at 64,460. Wall Street Journal reported U.S. forces fire on Panama flag ship attempting to run blockade of Iranian ports.
U.S. fires on ship breaking its blockade of Iran, WSJ.
That's from the Wall Street Journal.
HWH.
S&P futures
AXTA.
dropping.
WYFI. VTAK. MREO.
U.S. military helicopter fired at the rudder of the ship after its crew ignored warnings from American personnel working to enforce the naval blockade. PDS Biotech announced strategic refocus, prioritizing PDS0301 in metastatic colorectal cancer and partnership strategy for PDS0101.
LAR.
That's Papa Delta Sandy Bravo,
SXTC.
PDSB.
News. UAA. WIT. VEEA. VNET. FA. ACB.
ACB, Curaleaf
CBRS.
announcing intention to launch takeover bid for Aurora Cannabis. That's Alpha Charlie Bravo.
PDSB. KLXE. VTAK.
Shares of Aurora Cannabis spiking on that news. Leaf offering $5
NVRIULO.
per share.
TLS.
Offering $4 per share, 0.3463 Curaleaf shares plus 75 cents in cash. $5 cap.
EVC. CJMB.
Shares of Aurora Cannabis hitting 373 at the high. That's US dollars. That offer. Again, $4 per share plus in
Morn.
Curaleaf shares
CJMB.
plus 75 cents in cash.
HRB. Tick. WWR.
Again, a subject a cap of $5 per share
TLRY.
US dollars.
NVDL. AIFA, cold. NVD. NVDU. NBTX. HWH SPCX.
SPCX, SpaceX at the high. Sandy Papa Charlie X-ray. Disregard that. It's not correct. Shares of Tilray popping here on that Aurora Cannabis news. Tango Lima Romeo Yankee.
LWLG. IPHA. MREO. GMEX. ALAB.
XYL
CCXI.
Xylem to buy Cornell Pump and Roper Pump from Indicor for
BKYI.
$1.46 billion. That's X-ray Yankee Lima. FA First Advantage announcing
MSOS.
pricing of its secondary offering of 12.5 million shares at $22.20 per share. That's Foxtrot Alpha. NCTY, the 9 investee Nanyang Biologics
GMEX.
advancing planned NASDAQ listing for the US
MGIH.
$1.5 billion business combination. The 9 expects to own 15 to 16%
PCLA.
of the combined company after NYB listing. That is November Charlie Tango Yankee.
FBLG Fibrobiologics granted U.S. patent covering the use of fibroblasts
BATL.
to enhance survival and function of transplanted insulin-producing islets.
BKD.
FBLG Fibrobiologics wins U.S. patent on fibroblast
JANK. FCUV.
assisted islet transplant engraftment for type 1 diabetes. That's Foxtrot Bravo Lima Golf, FBLG.
PTRN, QMLS.
QMLS, Cumulus AI signs GPU as a service agreement with DRW for NVIDIA Blackwell
RHP.
B300 capacity, annually renewable up to 4 years. That's Quebec Michael Lima Sandy, QMLS.
UAA.
SMXT, SolarMax Technology announces reverse stock split to support effort to regain compliance with NASDAQ's minimum bid price requirement.
Shares of Cumulus AI
JI.
popping here to a high of $6.60. On that press release,
LRHC. BSIN.
ONDS, Onda selected to build Israel's next generation of military tactical attack drones.
REBN, Reborn
RXT.
Corfu enters strategic MOU with Mighty Oak for U.S. produce supply. That's Romeo Echo Bravo November, REBN.
GFI.
SURG, Surge Pays, reports 23% month-over-month growth in smartphone rent-to-own program, reaching 176,000 in July retail sales. That's San Uniform Romeo Golf. SURG.
NRXS. DLLL. CJMB. GMEX. REBN. MREO. IQ. Dell. LWLG. NVRI. QMLS. MRAL. PDFS. NBTX. CRWG. AZI. CRWV. IREN. NVDS. CLNE. TLS. News. NCTY, NBIS. SKYQ. NBIL. ASML. NBIG. MIT. NCLD. IREG. NVDU. CLPW. NVDL. EVC. SEGG. ABSI. DAP. RXT, CRVS. CART. HRB.
Rackspace getting a pop to the
Jank.
high. Romeo X-ray Tango, RXT.
STM. TAOP. IRE.
Rackspace reported their earnings after the close yesterday, now hitting a high of 513 in the pre-market.
ZNB. GMEX. AZI. CIFR. EU. IREN. GCTS. FRTT. MREO. ZNB. Elva. KYTX. JBI. NVDS. MPG. Cody. SLN.
PLAG nearing the highs again now. Papa Lima Alpha Golf.
PLAG.
161
OFAL.
now on PLAG. Big spike here to the highs now. PLAG.
OFAL.
Redbook US retail sales for the week ending August 8th, up 8.3% versus a year ago. August 2026 versus 2025, 8.3% versus a year ago.
BSBR. AIFA. WLDS. LIQT.
VVOS, Vivos expands Greenway Health partnership to deploy AI-enabled platform across all clinical
ICHR.
and revenue operations. That's Victor, Victor, Oscar, Sandy. VVOS.
Morn. IREG. MNDY. LIF. ANRX. PKX. OFAL. Jank. IBN.
LICT secures follow-on order from a U.S.-based steel manufacturer for expanded industrial wastewater filtration capacity.
P TME BKYI IREN BWEN ASX STIM ACHV
STIM Neuronetics shares hitting the highs now, 262 after reporting a smaller loss than expected. Some small volume coming in now. Sandy Tango India Michael.
ACHR VVOS CRWG STIM IPHA ZNB HFFG VEEA KOD SLN PFSA Tyra STIM EFA ZNB U LRHC VRTL JBS NWGL CIFR TCOM VFF STDN FLTW. IA. YXT. IREG. Boil. Cold. Hot. ZNB. MREO. CRCG and CLD. SIMO. CRCA. AA. QMCL.
QMCO, small volume coming in, Quebec Michael Charlie Oscar.
IPHA. PAL. Tyra. SLN. GCTS. Bot. KWM. TJGC. NP. CCXI. ACM, KLXE. LIQT. BKYI. OM. CGBL. CIFR. FTLDS. MREO. TONX. CLVT. UAA. IRN. WXN. QMCO.
WIX,
TTEC.
Wix launches Symphony by Wix, multi-agent
GLE.
system built for SMBs. That's Whiskey India X-Ray.
ABT.
REKR, Recourse,
CMBT.
selected for 7-year South
ALC.
Carolina DOT
GPOW.
statewide contract valued in
CRCG.
excess of $22 million. That's
CIFG.
Romeo Echo Kilo Romeo, REKR.
CRWVREKR. U. CRWG.
NFPC. NFP expands cannabis and life sciences capabilities, acquiring Frontier Risk Group's cannabis insurance business. November Foxtrot Papa Charlie. VUZI Vuzix received follow-on smart glasses order from Augmex to support its U.S. market launch. Victor Uniform Zulu India.
NVDL. RNW.
ABT and GOOGL, Abbott and Google launched multi-year collaboration on glucose insights and AI. That's
SERT.
Alpha Bravo Tango,
IREG.
Golf Oscar Oscar Golf Lima.
CYAV. NVDU. DTSS. QMCO. GLE. CRCA. CORZ. STM. ZNB. NVD. SNES. BGDE. AMKR. CRCL. LA. GLE. HUBG.
VUZI, Vuzix receives. Follow-on smart glasses order from Augmex to support its U.S.
AA.
market launch.
ONCY. SGML. ACM. DSX. SOC. HUDI. CYAB, NBIS. HTIA. BKYI. CWEB, CCXI, BLDP. WLDS. TCBK, NCLD. Wolf. ZTG. TTI. TNGX, MRAL. U. GLE.
RNW spiking
MSGY.
to the highs. Romeo November Whiskey, RNW.
NBIG. CIFR, CRCG. RNW.
Filings out this morning on RNW. Entered an agreement dated August 11th with Canada Pension Plan Board and founder and chairman.
ZNB. CIFG. IREG, JANK, TRVI. NVD, CRCA.
Offered to acquire the entire issued share capital of the company for $7.02 per share.
CCXI, FLNC.
That's Romeo November Whiskey.
ONFO. TMBX. CRCL. QMCO. VGZ.
Morrow.
DDC. CNHC. SCKT. EWT. QMCO, ACVA, WLDS, EVTL, A8, LA, CTKB, GLE, REKR, ALMU, Hive, ARMK, WAFU, PAL,
MTEK, Maristech, received an option on its contract, lifting armored
VFF.
vehicle auto system deal by $184,000 to $534,000. Michael Tango Truck Kilo.
MTEN, NP, AROC, UMC, NEOV, CVNA, TVTX, LBGJ, ACM, MTEK. GGB, BBY, DPC, Coro, Gap, ANEL, Jank, Jank, BZ, CRCO, AS, ONFO, App, HIHO, APPX,
TRIP TripAdvisor and Airbnb announced experiences partnership. That's Tango Romeo India Pampa and
CIFR,
Alpha Bravo November Bravo.
CORZ, VVOS, PDSB, LULG,
VIVK, Vivacor sees increased activity as oil pricing jumps due to continuing Middle East conflict and rising uncertainty in Strait of Hormuz. That's Victor India Victor Kilo. BIVK, press release now.
SKYQ, AIGG, MBOT, HQY, CRMG, KOID,
SSYS, Stratasys wins funding to scale production-ready
RNW, SSYS,
additive manufacturing from America.
VVOS,
Makes and Department of War, Sandy Yankee Sandy.
GLE, HMY, SKM, FBIN, RXO, MREO, RDY, WLDS FIG, ZTG, FRMI. UCO. SCO. GCTS. ELA. ONON. BKD.
MEGL, Magic Empire Global, pricing their 20 million share offering at 25 cents per share. That's
VRTL.
Michael Echo Golf
KLXE.
Lima.
CDNL. FLNC. GCL. BCAX. GLE.
BIVK Vivicor at the pre-market high now, $1.42. Still down a penny from the close press release this morning. Victor India, Victor Kilo. NNOX getting a pop here. November, Oscar X-ray, NNOX. Company CEO purchased 9,400 shares at worth $9,726. Probably that was the pop on that stock.
ESPN and Disney Plus announced multi-year global Formula E streaming deal starting around 2026 or 2027.
Disney and Plus and ESPN announced multi-year global Formula E streaming deal starting 2026, 2027. That's DIS and that's DIS, South India Sandy. YY Group launches YY Logitech to accelerate next generation supply chain solutions. Yankee Golf Hotel.
Morning. Mic test. Mic test. Good morning. All right, guys. So this morning, software is strong. AI names are getting some love in the pre-market. AI names are getting some love. Top focus on the AI names are, of course, some memory names. SKHY,
ARMK
1
hour
hour
mark
setup.
getting a pop to the high, 59.95.
Also, we added the
following
swing
earnings
and long
report
term
from your
yesterday,
Michael
SKHY.
Kilo.
APP gapping down. That swing we had gapping down. Downgrade on Bank of America. So a lot of earning plays we are watching today. HIMS, Rocket
Kilo
Lab,
MCO following their
ASTS.
report, Quantum Corp getting a pop to the high, 1475.
Yeah. So the thing with the space stocks is they already pushed a lot, right? In the pre-market, they bounced a lot. So we gotta wait on Rocket Lab and ASTS to show us a good level to long them. We are also watching the NeoCloud names, CoreWeave and BIS. Since AI is strong, let's see if AI stays strong after the open or not. NBS is at the 1 hour MTF clouds. SPY peak QQQ, the clear plan to long the market is over the previous day highs and yesterday highs on SPY. QQQ, if the tech is strong, if AI is strong, we long it over the pre-market highs. So we're going to watch the MAX 7, we're going to watch the tech, we're going to watch the semis. Go through the game plan. SKHY 1 hour MTF setup. SE on the earning plays, I like that. If it breaks out, holds 125, breaks out over the 128. We'll keep eye on the MAG 7. Tesla is gapping up. Watch the flow on Tesla. If there's a strong breakout over 334s, risking 331, 330s. So we'll be watching Tesla as well. INTC day twos. All right, guys, market open. APP is a show right now. Broke down, the stops hit on the swing. All right, let's see what market does here. SKHY 1 hour MTF long setup. All right, SPY pulling back a little bit. QQQ pulling back. All right, first move is on the downside. SKHY is a long setup. Guys, market opening with a little profit taking here. Let's look at Micron and SNDK. Micron little choppy. Little choppy action on Micron there. SNDK is looking much better. All right, guys, no bullish move on SPY QQQ so far. So far, we are profit taking on both SPY QQQs. Profit taking on all of those. Let's look at the software stocks from yesterday. CrowdStrike, profit taking day twos. Zscaler, profit taking. So careful on the software names. All of them are mostly profit taking. Palo Alto is profit taking. NBIS 1 hour MTF longs. Dell is a short right now, not a long. Dell. All right, let's see if SKH can push. All right, so we are getting some pushes on AI names, but the problem right now is QQQ is heavy. So that's always like a little bummer when we see the market heavy and on the long setups. Kind of pushes are back. SOXL, we gotta wait to see if we get a bounce on the trend move there. Let's go to the space names. ASTS, no go right now, no go. ASTS. We'll keep eyes on Rocket Lab for 1 hour MTF setups. Dell is a short, filling the MTF magnet. If it goes lower under MTF, we'll look for the dips on close to 400. APP short, yeah, on a Bank of America downgrade. Stops 330. Market heavy, guys. QQQ heavy, SPY heavy. Spoiling the sum of our good setups. We can't do anything much about it if market is heavy. But hold your longs with the cloud risks. Just watch the market. QQQ still heavy. Still heavy. If you're shorting the amateur moves on QQQ, watch the pre-market lows. Watch the pre-market lows there.
CODI, Compass Diversified, following their report, shares hitting 1304 at the
NBIS, there you
high.
go.
Right now,
NBIS, 1
about
hour MTF setup.
17%. Charlie Oscar Delta India.
SKHY looking good for next leg up. SKHY, good. If
Company
market can bounce,
reported,
can help more. There we go.
Inline earnings.
Okay, those two are looking good. APP still heavy. Make sure you're covering into 320s.
And got an upgrade
NBIS,
this morning at
looking for
B.
200
Riley.
magnet on NBIS. Move stops 190. Let's see if market can bounce on the pre-market lows. That can help. Yeah, AAY is looking good versus that 130, 140, 130s. Yeah. Let's look at the space stocks. ASTS. No go, like I said. Rocket Lab. Rocket Lab is holding, but look to see if it pulls back 76 area, gives a good entry there. All right, guys, no bounce on the market yet. QQQ still heavy, SPY still heavy. Yeah, looks like tomorrow is CPI. So market is a little jittery before that. Let's see what BE is doing. BE is a little choppy there.
KPLT, Catapult Holdings, halted at the highs on very light volume. Kilo Papa Lima Tango.
Google launches new Vibe coding course targeting AI professional certification.
Yeah, APP. Yeah, I mean, we were up on the swing few times. It went to 348 actually twice on our swing, but yeah, happens. Bank of America upgrade was downgrade was. Yeah, APP. One thing to note, it is never pushed over the 1 hour MTF cloud. Most of time when we are losing on the swings, it's usually under the 1 hour MTF cloud. So SKHY is back over 1 hour MTF cloud. We're swing. We trim some on the push today, and then have the stops break even. We'll see if we want to add NBIS as well on the pullback on the swing. Yeah, APP target is 320. If we break 323s. Small accounts can trade APPX. All right, seeing some bounce on the market. We'll see if we can hold and push higher. So amateur fades are done, guys. If you were shorting the amateur candle on SPY, we're seeing some bounces. Google going to 350. Still heavy. Microsoft heavy. Netflix
Russia's
choppy.
Sibur
Apple
petrochemical
heavy,
plant was hit by a
Meta
drone attack
choppy,
on Monday, halted operations.
Tesla choppy. Be careful on the Max 7s, okay? Be careful. That doesn't look like a good action there to trade them. Be careful on the Mag 7s. Market can be another choppy day the way we saw the sell-off, and if we see the bounce and it holds a bounce and it's stuck under the morning candle, we may see chop. If we break the pre-market lows on QQQ, then we may have a sell-off day. VIX was the 1561. Okay, FLNC is bouncing today. Interesting. Yeah. Another choppy start there. We'll see. We'll know soon enough. Next half an hour or so, we will get an idea what we're going to get. Let's look at the semiconductors. NVIDIA, choppy. AMD, bearish. ARM, choppy. AVGO, heavy. Taiwan Semi, choppy. So yeah, guys, most of the names have choppy start of the day. Already market flushed on the amateur moves. Let's go to see if the space stocks are doing anything. SpaceX, flush at the open. Rocket Lab, need to see if it holds 76. Yeah, Rocket Lab setups were spoiled with a big move. ASTS, like I said, no go. You could short it and he pops to 70. Is the MTF magnet is right there below. Yeah.
Shares of Sphere Entertainment off the highs now, up about 1.25%. SPHR.
ASTS heavy. NBIS. Let's watch this MTF clouds. 188 risk level there. Market is just not so good for our long setups. NBIS bouncing from the stop area. Yeah. All right, let's see SC. Yeah, SC is a long versus 125. 126 or 125. Oh, market staying heavy, guys. Market staying heavy. Market staying heavy. Silver 59. Yeah. Looks like the short setups are much better. There we go. APP going lower towards the 320 target. SKHY also pulling back. Need to hold MTFs. Let's use the risk. When market is heavy, you can always reduce your size. You can stay long anything which is holding, but reduce size. This market not looking good. All right, let's look at Dell. Dell, the stops are pretty wide around 446 area. But if Dell does not break the lows of the day, then look to cover it. Stops around 444, 445.
Drilling starts at one of the largest undeveloped palladium gold platinum deposits.
Coming up in about 12 minutes at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, existing home sales for July 4.05 million is the consensus.
Market still staying heavy, no longs on the market. Do not try longs on the SPY QQQ, still heavy. QQQ is breaking the pre-market lows. Amateur trend short is going into the trend short now. All right, so looks like, yeah, that's what it looks like.
WYHG. Share has resumed trading after a circuit breaker halt, right now getting some volume.
NVIDIA is not going up. Discipline, what are you talking about? And you should already be short. I am not telling you to short the lows of the day, man. Of course, you short the lows of the day, you risk a lot. It has been amateur short and then MTF rejections. So guys, not a bullish start. All the bullish setups got spoiled. NBS is still holding, but if you are out, that's fine. But if market bounces, you can re-add it. But now we gotta wait till 10 a.m. trend time. Pretty bearish start of the day. Watch out, Dell. It's trying to hold. Watch out, Dell. Make sure you're covering your shorts. Yeah, remember when we were getting amazing trend days last week? Now another choppy open. All right, so we got to see this 10 a.m. something. Otherwise, we stay in the bearish. Cut any longs. If they are breaking the key levels, you got to cut them. Let's see what is anything strong. I'm not even looking at longs in this environment when this happens, when QQQ stays heavy, unless we see a 10 a.m. bounce. Yeah, I mean, it's choppy on a lot of the long setups. Those setups turned into chop. Definitely. SPY, yes. QQQ is clearly a downtrend. Start of the day. I agree there. 100% right. QQQs right from the open. But the setups like NBIS, SKHY, all of those are getting spoiled because of the market. Yeah, QQQs. Let's see what happens at 10 a.m. If you're short, make sure you're covered into 10 a.m. Let's look at APP short. Yeah, APP 320 target hit on short. Well, that's working. 320 target hit on short on APP. Yeah, APP, we stopped out of the swing. We took a 1 hour loss on that. Yeah. Our SKHY swing is green from yesterday's ad. That's helping. Yeah, next target 315 on APP. If NBAS breaks that 188 and market doesn't bounce at 10 a.m., then you got it. SKHY still holding versus the 1 hour MTF. We're risking the 1 hour MTF there. So APP, nicest move there. Let's look at the other news plays. Let's look at right, gap and crap on right, no longs. SC is looking good, but it needs some market help. Let's look at our Tanner Research rotation tracker, see if any sector is showing some strength. I need to build a heat map from open. That should help much more. Industrials, cruise lines, wheat. Yeah, data centers are showing strong, but that's from the open price. All right, watch the 10 AM now. Let's see what happens at 10 AM trend time. And then we will see if we get a 10 AM bounce, focus on the names over the MTF clouds like NBIS, SKHY, focus on those names. If we do not get the bounce, then just stop out if we break those MTF clouds. For now, we are holding those, SKHY, NBS on the MTFs. Rocket Lab, yeah, ASTS, yeah, those setups were spoiled with a big push in the pre-market. All right, let's see. We don't know what happens on a 10 AM trend time. We are still bearish. If we break the bear flag, then we're gonna flush after 10 AM trend time. SPY is still trying to hold the MTFs. Silver moving with SPY, that's what it's doing. Yeah, you gotta watch the market.
KPLT Catapult share is still rising.
Definitely not an easy morning,
halted
but
again.
again, when market is selling off, you gotta
Still
watch
very
it
light volume on that
and
one.
manage risk accordingly. All right, let's see what happens to our setups. We'll take a loss on day trade SKHY if market dumps and we break the MTF clouds, giving it some more room here. Same for NBIS. Let's see if in any other setups looking good in case the market bounces. Make a log of all the plays you were playing and any the losers. If you exit some for the losers, make a log, make a screenshot. So next time when this happens, we are better prepared. Okay. So I see a few of you guys already stopped out on few of your names. Of course, longs. You have, if you stopped out of the longs, that's because it market dump. That's fine. Just make a log. I'm still on NBIS. I'm still on SKHY. We'll take a loss if we break the MTF clouds. We're just waiting for 10 AM trend time. But APP short is a winner. APP short is a winner. Swing loser. Yeah, I'm just focusing on the main plays that I like this morning. I'm not trying to jump around. Of course, I can look at other names you guys are trading. Micron, I'm not focusing. It's already broke the MTF clouds. So not a long focus. SNDK, choppy, not a long focus. I already talked about the Mag 7s. No focus there. My only two focus are NBIS, SKHY. That's bouncing right now. Okay, bouncing, nice. NBIS, SKHY, bouncing, good. Yeah, you keep your sizes small when the market is a little heavy, and do not scramble. Okay, you need to be calm in this price action. You cannot scramble, like suddenly add big on the amateur move. Market is pulling back. You scramble, you cut, or you add more.
Trump,
Just stay calm.
President Trump
Stay
says
calm,
Iran
cool.
agrees privately,
This is what the
refuses
market is giving us
publicly.
this morning. That's fine. If we lose, we lose. We know when we win. When we win, we'll make 5 times more. But when you scramble and your mind goes all chaotic, you end up losing more than you should be. Right? Watch these big 3 plays we had in last 2 days. Those kind of plays you hold. So that when we are having a tough environment, we can eat those losers. All right, there we go, SKHY. Nice bounce, nice bounce. Let's go. Let's see if we're gonna get a 10 AM bounces. I'm not interested in like trading spike QQQD minus. I'm interested to see if the QQQs bounce.
Less than a
I
minute
can
to existing home
get
sales,
back
4.05
nicely
million.
on my longs there.
Home sales is the consensus.
All right, SKHY, there we go. That's why we respect the MTF cloud. Beautiful $2 bounce there. Let's see if NBAs can bigger bounce. I want to see the bigger push on QQQs on this 10 AM trend time. Make sure you cover your APP into 10 AM trend time. All right, I'm going to check Tesla and Meta in a minute. Let's look at Tesla. Oh, Tesla definitely looking good. 332 is your stops, wider stops there. But we need the market to
Trump
hold
says
this.
Iran
Okay,
agrees
Meta,
privately,
MTF
refuses
magnet,
publicly.
MTF
And
magnet,
if we hadn't
MTF
struck
magnet.
Iran, it would have gotten a nuclear weapon.
All right. So definitely, amateur moves playing this morning was not easy. We are not out of the woods yet, but we got a bounce on QQQs, 10 name bounces.
4.06 million versus
10 name bounces.
4.05
If
million
market holds the
expected.
bounce, then we can expect the calls on some of these MTF
July
setups.
median existing home price up 2% year over year to 434,100. KPLT resuming, hitting 881 at the high, now just off the highs, now up about 30% on Kilo Papo Lima Tango, still on light volume, though increasing now. KPLT, Kilo Papo Lima Tango.
NBS, we will also swing these ads, looking good. All right, there we go, SKHY. There we go, SKHY.
Russia sees Syria bases deal securing hub for Africa operations.
All right, let's see if the market does something here. All right, SKHY looking good. Looking good, looking good. NBS still needs to break out, but I like that it's holding 1 hour MTF setups. So this is a all example for those who were getting frustrated in first 10-15 minutes. I see some were frustrating. Understand, stay calm, understand what the market is, what are our concepts, what is the 10 AM concepts. Now everybody should be green on SKHY. If you stopped out, you know, my guidance was clear that I'm not stopping out of SKHY. If you stopped out, you need to review how we manage this trade, what was going on this trade. So you got to take a look at that. All right, NBIS looking good, you know, looking good. If it closes higher, you can swing it. Still needs to break out of that 195. 200 is a big resistance level on NBIS. So we got to watch that as well. Let's look at Tesla. Tesla, yes, Tesla looking good versus the 332, 332.50 stops. Also mentioned the Tesla in the pre-market. All right, let's see if the market can call here in 10 AM prime time. If SOXL can call, then you can see some of your semi names bounce. Dell, I mentioned that cover some, it was bouncing. It's back at the 512s. Do not short it over 446. Yeah, Dell bounced pretty nicely and never flushes more. I wanted to see if it could flush back to that 420s. We could buy the swing again. All right, there we go. SKHY. Let's see if we can get higher there. Important today is if you struggled in the morning session, please make a journal. Please see what happened. What I will do is I will download the transcript of my voice guidance. Go through that, try to understand what I was looking at, what I was saying, why I did not stop out a few of my plays. I don't know which play you were in because I was watching the MTFs. I was watching the 10 AM trend time. Okay. So I did more to my SKHY short-term swing. I sent some notifications in Tanner Research. Once I saw that 138, we trimmed some of the pops at 140 this morning in Tanner Research. Then I've scaled some in there on the 138s. So Tesla, Meta, nice call on the trading floor. Nice, very nice call. Meta broke the MTF magnet higher. Very nice call, guys, on Meta. Shout out to the traders calling out Meta. I mentioned when they called out. All right, SKHY swing helping with the APP loser swing. All right, so now we just need to see that memory names hold up and push a little bit. What's MU doing? Yeah, MU is a little choppy. Let's look at APP. APP, I don't know. I'm not interested in the curls, man. It's going to be a little tough there. It broke the huge support from the earnings. You know, I mean, there's a support at 316. Yeah, I just hope APP goes 300. It's much better if it goes to 300. Then we can repick it up. Bank of America downgrade really spoiled it. Oh, our inode swing is also bouncing. Should add more on inode. Okay, so XL is curling. That's good news. That's good news. Who held on to their longs based upon the guidance into the 10 name 10 time? Who was calm? I just want to know who was a little calm, because I know a few of you were a little chaotic at the open. Anuj, Himanshu, Doug, Praxis, Amy, Derek, CDK, Krish, Clint, Himanshu, Doug, Ik, Joe, Dinner. Yeah, I would have taken the losses if 10 a.m. flushes came. We would have few losers, no problem, right? But when I see that its initial dump, market just doesn't really have a news to completely dump, and the 1 hour MTFs are holding, so that's why I held on. Now I can have my stops break even. Now if market dumps on NBIS or anything, I'll be fine stopping out break even, or I can, you know, look at that $5 bounce on NBIS, $3 bounce on SKHY. Let's see what happens rest of the day. As long as the market does not dump all the way back, our setups will be okay. Even if the market chops, we still will be okay if it's the bullish chop, right? It just pushes a little higher, sticks around, because we are not breaking.
Earlier.
We have not broken yet the morning highs on many of the names. Yes, Meta has broken out. Very good. Those in Meta. Amazing job, right? Let's look here at Tesla. Tesla has broken out of the morning highs. Very good job. You should hold it. But other names, let's look at AAOI. AAOI never broke it. NBIS, for a real good winner, we need that breakout of the opening highs, which is at 195.60. SKHY, we need the breakout out of 140, right? Even though we are fine. And if you did not trade the amateur move, you traded the trend move. You traded the second candle pullback. Then you're doing much better if you traded the second candle pullback. Still not a lot of clean setups. You guys nailed that Tesla and Meta.
On EGAN, Unigarant selects eGain to modernize knowledge management and power its enterprise AI strategy.
Keep position small so that you are not like too much worried about it. If you think market is heavy at the open, you keep position small. You know, if I'm talking about some long and I'm also telling you the market is heavy, you keep it small, you watch it, you watch for the pullbacks. New traders should not trade amateur moves. Just learn amateur moves. When they pay a lot. But they can be aggressive as well. All right, SC is not really breaking out, so be careful, stop out of it. If it breaks 512. Yeah, I mean, you got your 10 name bounce, you know. I don't trade the D minus bounce, but I know a few of you guys like to trade the 10 name bounce. You got it. That's good. But you really need to be very experienced, a lot of experience trading those bounces. I know QQQ bounced $4. So yeah, some of you might have had 50, 70, 80% on your option lottos, but it's not for everyone. 1 second here.
On ROK, Rockwell Automation integrates Plex QMS with Factory Talk Analytics. Vision AI to advance AI-driven quality, continues AI expansion. Trump says U.S. missile stockpiles are strong as Pentagon pushes a major rearmament drive. Abbott says Oracle commits to comply with data center standards.
Sid and discipline for Meta call on the floor. They told and that on the floor and we mentioned it. I'm very proud that you guys are trading the 600 psychological breakout because remember yesterday our home run was Microsoft 500 psychological breakout. So today we have this 600 psychological breakout and you guys were on top of it. I'm very proud of that. All right. So NBS holding, SKHY pulling back, no problem. No big home runs so far. NBIS, make sure you do now you end up flat or you end up making some profits there. So let's see what happens next here. Let's look at other AI names. Let's go to Micron. Micron super heavy. Wow. Micron, that's not good. That's the memory names. Micron is heavy than other names. Wow. Interesting. SNDK is not that heavy, but Micron is more heavy. What's going on? I don't mind Micron heaviness. I would love it back under 800s to pick up as a swing.
GRI, GRI moving to the highs now up about 25% on small volume Gulf Romeo India.
Cron is pulling the memory. Okay, now comes the other question, guys. We got the pop, okay? We got the 10 name pop. We got the 10 name pop right into resistance. Now, we do not want Qs to reject and dump back. That's something you have to watch. Always put the QQQ on your screen. You don't have to put it on my screen. You can watch on your screen. So, the rejections on the clouds, we want to see that the breakout or a hold here. So watch all your names as long as they are holding MTFs. You might have to have wider stops if you are playing the MTF setups. Definitely seeing some chop on some of the trends, not a crazy move. Yeah, AOI not doing anything. Cohere and Light are bouncing. BE is, yeah, choppy candles, but trying to hold. Anyways, yeah, I'll be right back. Just watch this, the QQQs, okay? NBIS flagging. NBIS flagging. We need that breakout. Yeah. So the thing is, the Qs, we did get the 10 name bounce. Now we have to watch the 1040 algo time. We are still stuck under the pre-market highs. We are still stuck under the pre-market highs on SPY and QQQs. We don't have a trend day. You know, we have a choppy trend. What is a choppy trend? Where the candle does not make higher low, higher high. So if you look at NBIS, for last 30 minutes, it has been flagging. Goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down. Doesn't mean there's no trend. It is flagging. But it has to break the flag for give us that big trend mover winner. You know, same for SKHY. Goes up, goes down. It's holding. Buyers are still there. But since the market is not pushing, since the AI is not pushing, SOXL is not pushing, it's stuck. So so how you manage it? You find your support level, little wider stop. You use that. If the market breaks out, we get a winner. If the market does not break out, you make a judgment call. You want to sit out, you sit out. But watch SOXL and QQQs. And if the market SPY rejects, QQQ rejects the cloud, then yes, we're going to get some pullbacks, you know, because we have not cleared the morning candles on some names. Meta is the strongest name because it cleared that. Tesla. But a lot of other names you are trading, I don't know what you are trading, it's not clearing those levels. So I want everybody to understand that. Don't blindly trade the morning session, understand all the concepts, because I think there's a lot of new traders here. Understand all the concepts. Don't get impatient. Don't make aggressive moves. Don't look at every candle up and down and your heart starts to beat. You know, don't be nervous. Don't be anxious. We got a trade with a calm. How do you be calm? If your position is something that doesn't make your heart beat. If your position, so size equal to emotions, remember that. Size equal to emotions. If your emotions go crazy in the morning 1 hour, you have a bigger size. All right? Size equal to emotion. Remember that. I'm waiting for a joke there. Somebody's gonna say that. Nobody said it. Yeah, there you go. Full-time dip buyer. I knew somebody was gonna come with that. What she said. I was not dirty, man. He said it. I didn't say it. I was expecting somebody to say something.
Anson Funds urges Lionsgate to explore selling itself, coming from Semaphore.
Atlanta Fed's Venable says inflation is too high, with same message heard from contacts across the Southeast states.
Atlanta Fed Venable says inflation is too high, with same message heard from contacts across the Southeast.
Fed's Venable says there are nuanced risks to the Fed's inflation and jobs mandates.
Fed Venable says understanding of maximum employment influenced by stagnant labor supply, an unusual circumstance for the U.S. On INTC, Intel said to give no shares to about 33% of orders and offering. On LLY
And Zinger
UK's
market
medicines
update,
and
S&P
healthcare
futures up
products,
2.75,
regulatory
Dow futures
agency
flat,
authorized
Nasdaq
Eli
up
Lilly's
5,
oral
futures
GLP-1
up 22
pill
cents at
Foundayo
82.36,
for weight
gold up
management and type 2
32.90 at
diabetes,
44.52.60,
marking its first European
Bitcoin futures
approval.
down 90 at 64,030. Coming up after the close today, earnings from SMCI, Super Microcomputer, CRWV CoreWeave. RCAT, Red Cat, up 5% now at the highs. Romeo Charlie Alpha Tango. TPST, Tempest Therapeutics, getting a pop here, up 17%. Tango Papa Sandy Tango, TPST. PLAG, Planet Green, more highs now, up about 200% right now at the $1.70. That's Papa Lima Alpha Golf, PLAG.
Right, friends. All right, what we're looking at. So we are looking at a barcode. We are looking at a barcode on QQQs, which is essentially a flag that we are forming on QQQs at a 1040 algo time. So if we break out of this flag, we're going to see a lot of things curl back up. Everything is consolidating. A lot of names are consolidating. SC actually is working, did not break 512s. So let's see. So we are seeing some flag break on QQQ. NBIS consolidating, SKHY consolidating. Look at those 30 minutes candles, you'll see what's going on there. So no trend so far on a lot of names. So not one of those days where we get, like yesterday, Microsoft went all crazy, all the cyber stocks went crazy. Not that day so far, but let's see what happens. The QQQ is trying to break out of the barcode. 1, 2, 3, 4 QQQs. Let's see if we can get this flag right here, what I'm showing you, out of that consolidation. 1040 algo can do its magic. We can get a little bit run. We're not asking for too much, just a little bit. So this is the consolidation I'm talking about on the market. CPI tomorrow, so yeah, I mean, there's no guarantee we're gonna get the breakout. We don't know what markets will do. All right, let's look at the Mag 7. Google actually hit that 350 we were waiting for. Let's see if today is the red last support there. Microsoft curling, so that can help. Netflix, nothing. Apple, no calls yet. We'll put some price alerts. Watch the Mag 7s. If you really want to push, we want to see Mag 7 bouncing. Meta, the strongest name. Tesla still holding. Very nice call. You should hold Tesla still if it's holding there. VIX is weak, so that's a good news. Let's look at semiconductors. Oh, SOXL is still stuck. Still stuck. SOXL. Nothing on SOXL yet. Yeah, still stuck. So, well, all consolidations, no trend move. A lot of options. Probably is losing all the value, but let's see what happens. This is a 10 AM trend time, so maybe we get something. We'll see. QQQ, let's see if QQQ can do something. I really want SOXL to push. That's what I'm looking for. That SOXL, this flag breakout, then we can get some names. We're gonna get a bigger push on our names, and then we can call it a day. Once we get at least a half ATR move, we have even not got half ATR move. NBIS only moved at 35%. SKHY only 20% of ATR. Now Meta has moved. What is it? 85%. So that's the move we want. Okay, SC is working now. The long is breaking finally. The breakout on SC. Finally, good sweet time. All right, consolidation across the board. NVIDIA curling, maybe NVIDIA can help us. NVIDIA is curling, so maybe that can help a little bit. So much consolidation on so many names. Yeah, just barcoding it everywhere. Yeah. I'm just gonna go to 30-minute chart. Try to see if the 30-minute chart will make sense. Actually, very nice flag on SKHY on 30-minute chart. I'm just gonna keep that up. We'll see what happens. Try 30-minute chart, you'll see the difference. Long-term swing really working out. Patience is paying. Remember when I told that's a beautiful setup versus 200. IBM is doing really, really good.
New York Fed Q2 aggregate delinquency rate improved slightly to 4.7%.
When we started our long-term swings, look at this, before and after, winners big, losers small, IBM, that's a lesson in swing trading right there on a IBM post-earning play.
On ORCL, Oracle adds new Fusion agentic applications and AI agents to help organizations improve talent management.
Planet Green Holdings shares hit another circuit breaker to the upside, last seen at $2.01 per share, up 254.55% on the day. That's PLAG, Papa Lima Alpha Golf.
U.S. auto loans reach record $211 billion as consumers increase credit card and home equity debt.
SKHY is trying to break out. SKHY.
According to reporting from Bloomberg, the White House has lifted a ban on TikTok from U.S. government devices. Alamar Biosciences shares are hitting new highs for the day, testing $34 per share. That's ALMR, Alpha Lima Mike Romeo.
Looks like if this rejects, then we are in chop the rest of the day. Then we gotta sit on hands, no breakout. We're gonna preserve the capital rest of the day. If this rejection actually happens bigger time, SPY is already rejecting, going into chop. QQQ was already chop, failed the flag breakout. We'll see what happens. Then this will be another day to preserve, and tomorrow CPI. Then hopefully we can get some fireworks tomorrow, either side, up or down. NBIS out of it, everything. We did push to 194, 195 one time, but nothing. Yeah. Yeah, NBAS was okay. I mean, did push to 194 from 188. Now it broke 191. So we
On
exited
VSAT,
there
it's
on
possible next
NBAS,
satellite
market
takeover.
heavy.
Ford Motor Credit files 10 billion floating rate. Demand notes shelf.
Not going to do much, not going to try much. Still have SKHY, but it's, still have that swing as well on SKHY. NBIS closed both the swing and the day trade. Just break even. Don't like this environment. You can short the market, see if it stays heavy on the pops, but most likely I'm going to sit on the hands for rest of the day on CPI tomorrow. This will most likely chop. It's stuck. The price action is stuck. Look at the 30-minute candles. So we preserve. Unless you see a short, you can short it, but be careful of the calls unless something crazy happens and MAG7 start to run, SOXL starts to run. Otherwise, we'll most likely be stuck in this choppy environment for a bit. Yeah. SC is working the earning play. Let's see what else. Yeah, I'm going to build a heat map from the open. We're going to build it, heat map from the open to get a better. ACHR, the small one that's running. I see that. ACHR, decent $1 move there. Keep eyes on ASTS, Rocket Lab. I'm going to keep eyes for a swing. Rocket Lab is still holding choppy trend. I see that circle bounce today. Interesting. Been watching circle for a swing as well. I see 60 bounce circle. AXON day 4, crazy mover. Wow, AXON. What a move. Z scalar is moving. Yeah, that one pretty good. Cheesecake Factory. Remember we traded it on earnings on Cheesecake Factory. It's at 113 now. Also keep eyes on this MP, especially for the swings. MP. Zeta is strong, the social media favorite. XTI, yeah, I mean, XTI is pretty volatile. We'll need a little bit more pullback. AEHR keeps going, big breakout today again. One from our Tan at Heart list, shopping list. Yeah, a lot of movers, but wow, Micron super duper choppy. Sit on hands, don't try to trade that Micron, the super choppy candles. SNDK choppy bullish trend. Yeah, another one of those days where you preserve unless you are in a really good setup. VKTX, yeah, that's our long-term swing. Yeah, we're looking for 40, 35 first target, then we're looking for 40. Yeah, APP is trying to bounce, but I'm not gonna rush it back into swing. We already lost on that. Hopefully SKHY can hold our MTFs. That swing is still green. Still green. We got $5. Meta, just with the market, man. Parl, with the market. Market is heavy. Market, look at that rejections, right? Failed flag breakout. So when market is heavy, everything's going to pull back. That's why a lot of AI names pull back. That's why I decided to cut NBIS. Also, NBIS has earning tomorrow. So that's why, yeah. A lot of job. Let's look at iNode. iNode is still consolidating. Yeah, hopefully can I really like that one. Still no breakout there. We'll keep eyes over swing. Yeah, we will get a bullish trend day someday, but for now, preserve. Yesterday also I gave you the same warnings. So same warning today, preserve. We can watch NBS in if market gets like a bullish or something later, but looks highly unlikely. NBS is still holding 1 hour MTF cloud. If you're still in, you can use that. If you feel confident about it, you can use the 1 hour MTFs. SC, you should take some profits if you traded that long setup, couple of dollars. Dell, yeah, I wanted a bigger sell-off on Dell. It's just a small sell-off, that's it. Yeah, NBI's earnings tomorrow. Yeah, will be a big mover for sure on earnings.
Planet Green Holdings hitting yet another circuit breaker. Last seen at $2.57 per share, up 353.5% on the day. That's PLAG, Papa Lima Alpha Golf.
Remember, these choppy days are part of the game. As long as you keep the losers small, we will make much more on a trend day or on a trend movers. Just watch the recap of some of the Friday plays.
According to a Canadian government statement, the Canadian minister in charge of U.S. trade relations will be meeting U.S. Trade Representative Greer on Tuesday.